Hello, it's me, Saley B. Yes, my name is pronounced Saley, even though it looks like something else. I've been called so many weird things, from Staley, Skippy, Sully, Cecilia, Cecil, Keely, Kylie. But there's this one time when I was introducing myself to this old man, and he was all, "What's your name?" "Oh, it's Saley." "Bill?" "How do you get Bill out of Saley? Tell me." Anyways, welcome to my first YouTube video, and this is me introducing myself to the interwebs. So, let's get to know each other. Hi! So, once upon a time, I was born, like most people on planet Earth are born. But I was born in Gunlock, frickin' Utah. Where is Gunlock, frickin' Utah? Nobody knows. It is literally a town full of, like, old people. And my family. And when I say my family, not just my parents and siblings, I mean grandparents and all of their children and their children's children's, my cousins. And like literally there was an old person in the community that talked like the one dude from Napoleon Dynamite. I grew up in this cabin mansion thing, out in the middle of nowhere in this canyon, and my neighbors were 2 miles apart. And my neighbors' names were Auntie and Uncle on both sides. There was like house on top of the hill, house, and then one over here, house. So I grew up close to my family. And on top of that, you know, living out in the middle of nowhere in town is 30 miles away. I was homeschooled. Oh my gosh! So I have no social abilities. Just kidding, I do, but they're very awkward. I literally only conversed with my relatives that were 2 miles away from my house. And so, you know, growing up, I've got all these wonderful stories. Having a pet raccoon to a pet skunk because I lived in the middle of the nowhere and my grandparents owned a ranch and my family was very, interesting. Anyways, being homeschooled, you know, you get chucked into high school after having no social experience. I don't know why my parents thought that was a good idea, but made me who I am today. Oh yes, by the way, I am a dancer.
Wrong and we're moving like we need it. Waves are crashing in and we can barely perceive it, baby. When you move.
Yeah, but I'm not a hip-hop dancer. I grew up in the world of modern. Anyways, being homeschooled, I did not know how to read until I was 9 years old. I mean, I could read and I recognized things, but gosh dang, I didn't read a full book until I was 9 because it's your parents' job to teach you. But when you're in the middle of 5 children, I still got PTS. Post-traumatic stress. Anyways, I'm still traumatized by some things that happened in my childhood. Anywho, here's something you need to know about homeschooler parents. Generally, they are the healthiest people you will ever meet. Like, gross healthy. Like, jar of peanut butter that you have to mix in the oils. So growing up, whenever I visited my cousin up on the hill, all I wanted was mac and cheese out of the gosh dang box. I wanted the chemicals. I wanted the candy. Homeschooler parents come in groups, I swear, wherever you go. They like flock together and they like come and talk to each other, and they bring all of their socially incapable children that have been homeschooled and don't know how to interact with other children because you only had to interact with yourself and the trees and the forest. They'd like put us all in a room, like literally a room, and sometimes there was a TV in that room.
Children, play with each other.
Ooh, that does not sound good. So yes, there's a lot of struggles being homeschooled. And on top of that, living out in the middle of nowhere. So it isn't like I had a whole bunch of neighbors' children to play with. I had my cousins, myself, and the wild.
Ow, my hand.
There's a little bit about homeschooler and an introduction to me. Say Libby. I know you're also so excited to see what I post next. So like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Snapchat and the Instagram, and be ready to watch all this hot stuff in my next video. Bow, bow. So when you tell people you're homeschooled, one of the first things people have said to me is, "Did you know how to read?" Just because I was homeschooled don't mean I'm dumb, Nilla. Even though I didn't learn how to read until I was 9.